Making it pretty. Tennessee Big Rigs, what's up? Good morning, Sarah. Big Paul RC, what's happening? What's up, Andrew? What's up, Pavel? Just out here in the shop sweating. Decided to take me a little break from working on stuff and see if anybody was online, wanted to have a chat. What's up, Dan? Let me see. I want to play with some settings while we're building up an audience here. Oh, okay. That's cool. What's up, James? Frankenmuth. Been there. Yep, it's hot today. It's super still and super humid. Like, yeah, sweat through my clothes in the first 10 minutes. I was up inside X putting the passenger seat in and putting the shifter tower on. What else I do in there? I don't remember. But yep. What's up, Billy? Got about 20 people on. Welcome to Florida for sure. Northwest Georgia right now, though. I'm not even going to attempt your name, but how's it going? So we'll let a few more people come in, and then maybe we'll walk around and look at trucks. Sarah's in Ohio. Kevin, probably not. Not right now, anyways. The idea is to move to a better location and seriously think about building a shop that I can get trucks in. And so I don't think I want to buy any more trucks right now. I kind of want to get down to just a few, maybe 3. Betty for sure, Marla for sure, Rhonda for sure, possibly Crystal and Franny, but everything else should go. Oh, it's all right, Seth. No, I just kind of decided to throw a little to do it. Everything's going good, Billy. Hope everything is good with you as well. What's up, Demon? Man, we got almost 30 people in. You guys want to walk around a bit? You want to see the messy ass shop? Everybody always likes the messy ass shop, so let's flip you around here for a sec. Oof, look at it. Look at this pile of funk. And yeah, it's messed, this pile of funk. So let me explain to you what's happening right there. Is my buddy's gonna bring his dump trailer over, and we're going to scoop all of that crap you just looked at in the dump trailer and get it out here. And we got some scrap out here to do as well. We'll take you out there. So this is in process. We're gonna take the fifth wheel off that and get that thing blasted and cleaned up and working. That's for X. These were a mistake, so we'll probably get rid of those. Got some leftover junk from the Betty project over there and that cabin sleeper. Those both gonna go out in the woods somewhere. The spare mangled booms and miscellaneous crap off of X, bags and old exhaust, and the old broken up booms and some fuel tanks that I bought as a mistake. You see 11 still here, but that is sold, and it's supposed to be picked up on the 25th. And we got Patty the parts truck. That's all that's left of Patty right now. We get a little bit more off it every couple of days. We're gonna try and finish getting it apart, maybe cut it, maybe cut it right here in front of this, and then throw that underneath the semi-trailer and get this front end all off for a future project, and then scrap out those frame rails. We got Crystal up there. Maybe we'll start Crystal up here in a second. Let's talk about Whitney today. So Whitney, 1969 white, got a small cam Cummins in it with a Pierce speed, 10 speed. I don't have time for this truck. Somebody needs to buy this truck. I'll sell it cheap, $5 grand. It could really be a cool truck. You know, we pulled this out of the woods and drove it home. She's dirty inside, but it sure is a cool old truck. Somebody needs to buy it. Let's go. Come on. 5,000. Send me a message on Facebook Marketplace. I'll list that thing later today, but you know, hit me up on Facebook. Which year is the black one? Black, which one? That black one? 89. This black one? 69. All right, let's sell Dolores today too. $5 grand, 8V92. It's getting water and oil. Could be as easy as a water pump, but it could need liner seal or something. 85 Freightliner, air ride, and this is the same year, make, model of the Terminator 2 tow truck, which was what I was going to do with it, but I'd like to get rid of it. 5,000 a piece for those two trucks. Let's get them gone. Somebody else needs to work on them. Somebody else needs them to be theirs. You guys all know X. X has moved up to the top of the line. We have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of parts coming, and tons and tons and tons and tons of work to do. But this is the focus of the shop right now. We want to have this thing ready to go within the next month and drop this thing off. Oh, FedEx just pulled in. Wonder what kind of goodies I have. So yeah, there's X. Sneak peek, because I filmed a video on it yesterday, but the first time this truck has ever had a battery box lid. So that's kind of cool. We put new step brackets on and battery box lid, and then we also put a disconnect. So this truck is getting, I can show you a little bit of the interiors. Not a whole lot happening yet, but passenger seat is in. You see Marla's pulled up. I just shot a video on Marla, so we won't talk about that. You guys will just watch the video. And let's see. What's up, Big Mike? All right, so here's Rhonda. You guys remember not too long ago we did a video on putting the booms on. I've got a couple of videos that are coming out of sequence, because I shot a bunch of footage on this, but then I published the booms video first. So we're gonna go backwards a little bit and show you some of the stuff that we did to do some repairs. We repaired these. These were hogged out pretty big. Matter of fact, almost twice as big as the pin. And so those have been repaired. New pins were made. These booms are new. For anybody who's hasn't followed the project, we also put bushings in these, very expensive bushings in these pulleys. And we did oil the cables with some wire rope lube, and we're gonna do that a few more times. We got a couple of repairs to do on the unit itself, and we're redesigning the redesigned power steering. There's some things about the power steering that just isn't cool. First of all, I'll tell you that this steering arm right here is extra length, because you know you needed that length to give some Armstrong to the steering. It doesn't need to be that long. It would really be better if it was about this long. It would make life easier. But I think we're gonna. This is a Volvo gearbox. This is an FLD gearbox. I think we may take the inside pitman arm Volvo box out and re-bracket for the FLD box with the outside pitman arm, because the FLD steps the pitman arm back into like the center line of the gearbox, and that'll give us a lot more room than what we have with this inside arm. We could use that arm on that box, but then the direction of the joint would be the wrong direction. So we're in the process of kind of redoing that. Marla is your favorite. Marla is one of my favorites as well. Crystal's actually my favorite truck. I love the way that truck looks, and I built it to be, plenty powerful with a badass transmission and stuff like that. But I just can't do this many trucks. And Crystal needs full bodywork and paint. You're talking about another 20,000. Then interior 10 grand, 8 grand probably. I just grabbed her key. We'll go out to Crystal and climb up in there, and I'll try not to drop you and break my phone. That'd be cool. But we'll go out and fire it up. Haven't started in a while. Need to get it warmed up, aired up. Then I want to move it over in the driveway a little bit. So, you guys hear me okay? I see we got 50 people on. That's cool. 50 thumbs up almost. Only lacking 35. Show us them ankles. Huh? So Grevin, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Grevin's a buddy of mine from out there. What about now? Got me? Got me? What's up, Kyle? Jika? Okay, got me, Grevin? All right. So, yeah, I had to switch over to the AT&T signal. I guess coming around in front of the house, there's just too much between. This house I live in, it's all right. Neighbor just tried to call me. This house like 24 inches thick. It has huge concrete blocks that are filled, and then bricks on the outside, so it's pretty thick. It's hard to get the signal out here. But anyways, we're up in this truck. It smells like 5 different kind of cleaning solutions on top of about 2 years worth of, some unhomed people using it for a bathroom maybe. Yeah, but anyhow, let's start it up, eh? Get the key over here. We got some lights up on the dash. And what do you want to see, the oil pressure? Where's that thing at? It's over there somewhere. So what do you think? Can you hear it okay? All right, let's get out of it while it warms up. Ooh, man. It's hot out here. What'd you tell me, Edward? Refresh my memory. It's been so long. Woo. All right, you guys got me good? You can hear me again? Look at that sky. It's been raining here for a month. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, David, it does sound really good. Those are 7-inch pipes, and I think they're perfect for the 5EK. The sound is good. I don't know. I think I like it. You guys want to start Franny up? Franny hadn't been around in a while. Let's see. Here handy. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you. So you guys know Franny. It's kind of the mothership of the whole channel. It's what gave me the subscriber base that I had initially. 1985 FLC. It does have the old style grill in it, which I think makes it kind of unique. Needs a grill surround. Someday I'll get it. 3406 B model 400 airliner suspension. Wore out. Truck runs real good. Usually Wasp tries to get me right when I open the door. The needs a headliner put back in, but you know, we wanted to seal up the roof and stuff before then. Kind of did a half-assed good job of cleaning the interior. Put a new sleeper boot in it right when we got it. But this truck runs real good. That's just a good, clean running truck right there. Needs a radiator. It's got a Super 10 trans. Not a bad truck. The engine's loose. It does start good even in the winter, but it is loose. It's turned up. I think the governor's probably wore out a little bit, but it's a real good truck. I actually had it sold. I had a guy come over and offered me my asking price. And while we were looking at it, I said, man, I can't do it. I can't sell you the truck. And he was bummed, but he was like, okay, my wife is going to kill me anyway, so you just saved me an early death. And 2 days later, I called him and said, all right, I decided I'd sell it to you. And he's like, nope, changed my mind. Which is good for me and him, because I really don't want to sell it. Someday that'll be a cool truck. I'd like to put a C15 MXS in there with a 13 or an 18 and stretch it out. Anyway, I got big dreams. I just don't have big dreams time and big dreams money. Drop axle on that cab over, make it a heavy spec. Which one, Crystal or Marla? That. Which one, Crystal or Marla? Marla. What's up, Hank? Well, we'll climb back up in Crystal, move it over where I want it in the driveway, and then shut her down. By then, we can go and shut down Franny. Man, I love this truck. Somebody should buy Crystal. $35,000. Drive it to California. I mean, I don't know why anybody'd want to go to California, but you could drive it to California. Let's see. I'm gonna set you up right there. You know, you gotta play with the Jakes. Well, there was a time when I couldn't afford the down payment on a free lunch. It's just a matter of time, really. Whew. If you got enough time left in life, you can buy whatever you want eventually. I mean, within reason. I'd love to buy a Walmart and turn it into a James Pretty truck shop, but I don't have enough time or whatever to make that happen, that's for sure. The white one? Yeah, Edward, that's Crystal. I thought about swinging an axle on there, but you know, it really needs to be cut off and something modern put on it. You know, there's water in that exhaust because it just sprayed on me when I revved it. It's funny. Go start that Humvee. That mic could do that. I don't know if that thing is started or not. Probably won't. So probably won't even bother walking up there. Whew. Well, what do you guys think? That's pretty much the update. Seth's truck is primary. Once that's done, you know, Rhonda's secondary no matter what. I just got to get that power steering going on there, and now I got to re-airline it and still mess with a little electrical, but the power steering is the most important thing. We might be working that truck a lot over the next year, so it's good to do that. Somebody just asked where the old Mopar is. It's over here, right there. That would be super cool to get that done someday too. And I don't know if you guys ever saw I got a 69 Chevy van project that someday will get put back in the mix. Right now it's just home of wasps, many wasps and spider, but someday it'll get back. on the list. Yeah, that's for sure, Billy. Yep, that's for sure. That's why I really want to get rid of. I really want to get rid of Dolores and Whitney. And Trisha's just about finished at the body shop. I know I've said that 1,000 times. Believe me, it's as on my mind as it is your guys's. But hopefully that truck gets out of the body shop and we can get it sold. I'd like to get, I'd like to get 40,000 out of that, 35, 40,000. It's a good old truck, mechanically solid. It was one of the first ones, was the first one I did anything to. It's got an old 400 B model in it. It's got an old school 13 speed that's new and mechanically solid truck. And then we just did the body and paint, stripped it down to the aluminum, and hopefully someday I'll get it back. But I'd like to get that truck sold. If I could sell that truck, that would do a lot as far as having the money to finish the Marla project. It's going to be, well, I just shot a little video of it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yep, anyways, oh, what's up, Russ? Anyways, I think I'm tapped out on anything new to talk about, so I suppose we'll call it quits on this live. But appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. I needed to move some stuff around, and I needed to start a couple trucks, so it was nice. And I needed to get out from inside of X because there's like a sweat box in there. Just want to show you one more time. Look at that truck. Isn't that gorgeous? Man. Spring suspension, air ride cab. 5EK, 3406, 500. Plenty of life left. RTLO 18913. Trans. The big 2250 clutch in there and all that happy stuff. All new bushings in the rear. Suspension, although if anybody did actually buy that truck, I'm sure they'd cut it off and put air ride on it. But it needs paint, body, and interior. Thanks, Drew. What's up, Dennis? From the Netherlands. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It'd be better if the trees weren't in the front of the house, but we wouldn't have any privacy at all if we didn't have those trees. But it's nice to just sit on that swing and enjoy listening to all the Jake brakes go by. I probably hear 200 Jake brakes a day. Back when I was a kid, this road was non-stop Detroit's with Jakes slowing down to make this curve to head off to wherever they take the logs. I'll take you down there for a sec. I'm so glad I spent all that money to have the driveway asphalted just so it could continue to erode down the road. So anyways, them trucks come from down there and they haul ass this way and they're on the Jakes, and then they run right there and make that right-hander, and sometimes they just tip it over right there, but most of the time not, and they run up that hill. And like I said, when I was a kid, I bet there was 500 trucks with Detroits, two-stroke Detroits on the Jakes every day. Now it's a mix of all of them. I occasionally hear an old motor, but not very often. Don't even look at me, Mr. Orange Wasp. All right, Well, there you have it. That's it for me. Appreciate you guys coming. Actually, Grevin, this was my granddaddy's bait and tackle shop. This was a '76 station, and it was called the Tackle Box and beer store. But yeah, this was 1973. 73. I think we moved down here in 73, or maybe it was 72. Might even have been 70. But my granddaddy owned it until he died. And then my mom and dad owned it until they died, and now I own it, and it's not going to be until I die. But yep, been coming to this spot for a long time. That's right, Grevin, I am old. Demon, I left Michigan in 2009. Actually, it's not true. 2008, I left and moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and then 2009, I moved to end of 2009, I moved to Florida, and then I moved here 6 years ago. What's up, Josh? Michigan City, Indiana. 55. That feels pretty old, Drew. Billy, come and get that truck from me. Come and buy that thing. It needs your touch. Townsend's in Michigan still, just outside of White Pigeon. He's a lifer. Yeah, 10 more years, Drew. Right on, Demon. Right on, David. I appreciate you. I'm going to go, guys. You guys have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see how many likes we got. Yeah, we got about as many as we got in here. How much money did I make? Yep, $0. It's not about the money, it's about the friendships. So we'll talk to you guys soon.